I get asked this question a lot, and I think this would look really cool. This is gonna take a lot longer than I thought it will. Oh, it smells like marker. Lots and lots of marker. This came out really, really nice. I can totally use this in class. Sitting way in the back and I'm like, Professor, I have a question. But back to the point. Question. Why am I a filmmaker? Why am I a film major? Short answer, I love to create. It's what keeps me up at night. That thrive to make something new. Long answer, story time. I was born on tour. My parents were Cirque du Soleil performers. I was raised all over the world while my parents were entertaining and making people laugh. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I thought, they are my superhero. They are making people laugh. And I thought, what can I do to make people laugh, to entertain them, to make them feel better about themselves, to better their lives? How can I do that? And I wouldn't say I'm too much of a theatrical route. That's not me. I wanted to take a more modern step. So the choice was video. So I could be the superhero I've always wanted to be in video. If you want to catch a milk carton with your Jedi power skills, just reverse the footage. If you want to blow up a Hummer with your mind, put in the CGI effect very poorly and forget to add the sound effect.
There's no way you can.
Oh my gosh! But you get the point. The possibilities are endless. They are limitless with video, which is why this was the media that I chose. But I gotta tell you, I hate screenwriting. I'm not a writer. English is not my first language, so my writing's not perfect, and I don't have the patience or attention span to sit and write and go back and rewrite. Although I do that in editing, and I love editing. Editing and shooting is what I could do for hours on end, be completely failing at, and still love to do. That is what I think your passion is. Something that you will always do no matter how bad you are at it, fail at it, but you keep trying. That's your passion. But I hate editing other people's crap. I love to edit my own stuff, and I always like to try new and different techniques because I'm still trying to find myself as a filmmaker. I started off doing short films.
Sounds lame. I'm gonna go play Mortal Kombat.
Then I tried doing a vlog. Then I did machinima videos.
Why does this always happen? Why?
Gaming videos.
Go down, hair on my arms. Oh, my nipples are getting pointy too.
And then I did a documentary. I hated documentary, or at least the way I did it, because this was like a school thing that they were making me do. I'm sure I could document something if I did it through my own visual storytelling aspect, but I realized I loved short films, and I've bounced around from short films. I did some horror short films, and I've done tons of comedy short films, and I think comedy is where I'm at, but I also really love the horror aspect of just building suspense for stuff. I was fortunate enough to go to a... That's better. I was fortunate enough to go to a magnet high school with an emphasis on filming. I almost went to a magnet school with an emphasis on coding. This was one of the top high schools in Las Vegas, and if I did go to that high school, my life would be miserable right now. Because one thing that I did before picking my high school is I Googled and did a YouTube search on what the kids thought of that high school and what kind of stuff do they produce from there. The one with the coding stuff, the kids were so sad and miserable, and the kid filming the other kids was like, hey, do you want to talk about how great the school is? And the kids were like, stop it, I'm busy, I've got homework that needs to be done. But when I looked at the filming high school, there was a video of a kid like wearing sunglasses, like running down a hallway with like spy music and then fighting like other kids. And I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. This guy is just doing this for the fun. The fun of creating. And that's what I love. And I went there and I became top of my class. I graduated with a scholarship for being top of my class in filmmaking. It even got to a point where I was teaching, where I started setting my own deadlines and I started picking my own genres aside from what all the other students started doing. And at one point I actually started teaching the high school class with my professor. It was great because I got to create, and that was the happiest I've ever been in my life, is when I'm making stuff. Surprise! You weren't expecting this shot. But, story continues. I go to university in Las Vegas, and at my university, you don't film a lot. And it drives me crazy, because I need to create. So my first, I would say 2 years of university was very depressing, because I didn't get to create. I would have to go out and make my own stuff. And the schedule was awful when I had to take those core classes such as sciences and math and history, which was really eating up all my time. But now I've got tons of free time, and this is why I'm starting this channel, because I get to create and I love it. But I hate movies. Some movies, most movies I would say, they feel like cheap comedy nowadays. There's not enough visual storytelling. And that's what I love. I love following other creators who can tell a story through visuals. Some of my favorite films are silent films. And some of the best comedy shorts that I have ever filmed are silent shorts. So it's a very interesting aspect of media that I'm going into. And that's why I'm a filmmaker. I'm gonna hustle, I'm gonna make videos, and I'm gonna try stuff that's going to fail, that's gonna be successful. And throughout the years, my visual storytelling is going to improve and improve and improve. And I'm gonna look back at it like I am today at some of my old videos. And I'm gonna say I'm glad I did that. And doing that got me to where I am today. The next step, just a little bit better. And I'm glad I could share, entertain, trigger some kind of emotion in you, just as I have with myself when I was making all of my movies and short films. So until then, this has been Tony Sticks, and may you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. And I gotta tell you, I made some pretty bad films in the past. Yep,